Hi everyone, hope you all doing well. Welcome back to our channel. This will be the fourth video of the entire series that I'm going to create for learning KQL from scratch, and here I'm going to talk about numerical operator. Now these are the most simplest operators which are available, or you can say arithmetic operators which are available, and it does include some comparison operators as well. So let's say in and does not in. These are the two that we have covered in our last video. It is something that can be applied to string as well. However, in operator basically evaluates one of the elements in a specific array or a specific, fundamentally, let's say, object. Now, here if I talk about, let's say, the set of default operations which are available, let me show you the purpose of this with one single table. So let's say if I go ahead and query security event. Okay, now if you guys have seen that there is one column named as time generated, however there is one more called time collected. This basically means when exactly the log was generated, and this basically means when the log was collected. Now you can see, even though we are getting result, still we get this warning. Now this is something strange which I have seen with security event, and I wanted to use this example just to showcase that at times you may see, let's say, some weird behavior, but it's fine. Okay, so let's say I have two values now and they both are of date time format. Okay, so let's say if I do get schema, what you will see, they both are date time format. Now I can simply go ahead and apply an operation of, let's say, subtraction. Okay, I'm saying project delay as time collected minus time generated. Okay, and let's see what all we get. There should be one outcome that should list the delay in log collection, but I'm using an operation or an operator, let's say, which is subtraction. Similarly, I can just add these as well, and then I will get some value which will not be a unique value or which will not be a correct value, but just to show you that this is how these operator works. You have to make sure that the column that you are choosing, they are going to support the operations that you wanted to perform. Okay, now again, let's say there is a value called task, and then there is an event ID. Now event ID is numerical value, right? Or let's say it is a integer value, or let me just show you this once. Okay, event ID, and then let's just do get schema. Okay, let's see what is the data type for this particular column. You can see it is integer. Okay, so here I can do, let's say, a simple operation of checking for a value where an event ID is greater than, let's say, 4 or let's say 5,000. Okay, now let's see, I'm getting all these operations listed over here, or all these results fundamentally listed over here, where an event ID is more than 5,000. So likewise, I've shown you a couple of examples. You can use these as well. These are all very generic and you can use them as per your requirement. Now see, this is where the catch is, that you can actually use these with some other data types as well. Let's say where I'm saying time generated. Now this is very common and I've covered it multiple times, but just to showcase, is greater than or equal to, and then I'm evaluating one condition, let's say, which is last 10 minutes, and I'm again getting certain outcomes. Okay, let me show you one more very simpler one, though it doesn't make any sense, but just to show you how it works. So let's say I want to project some random number. Okay, and that random number should be task, let's say, multiplied by event ID. Okay, and then here I just want to check for random value, and you can see it is showing me this. So make sure the columns that you are using, they should have the supported data type, and then you can go ahead and apply these filters. I can also say security event, let's say, and then summarize count by event ID. Okay, and you can see I'm getting this, and then again I can do where count is greater than, let's say, 40. Okay, then I'm getting all these results. So these are all different operators, numerical operators per se, which you see over here, that can be applied to different columns. So this was all about knowing numerical operators. In the next video, I'm going to talk about extend operator, which is the operator with which you can extend a new column by applying different combinations of, let's say, different operators and extend a specific value. So if you think that this channel is helping you to learn anything new, please feel free to subscribe and share this video with your technical community. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.